I got a quick relationship. I was getting out the shower and voila, epiphany comes. And I said, oh my gosh, how men make you pay, because you know all that pop-up talk. My brain was still going. So, y'all, how do men make you pay for pain caused by their mothers or other females in their life? Well, first of all, this is going to be real quick and short and sweet, I hope. They make your life a living hell. Everything is always your fault. You don't do anything right. And of course, they cannot tell their mothers that. So they may tell you that over time, course of the relationship, of course. They will, it's like a slow, easy taunting. It'll start out good, fair. 3 to 5 years, it might try to turn into, it might take a twist or a turn because they're tired of putting up with it. The charade, of pretending to be the nice guy. So their true colors will come out. And this is with women too. So y'all can flip it how y'all need to flip it. But how do they make you pay? Go half. They'll blame you for having the children. They wouldn't want the children. They won't want anything to do with the children for the most part, some of them. There'll be, no co-parenting. So that's the way they get back at you women. You won't be able to get anything out of them past what they want to give, which is barely nothing. So you're going to definitely get the bare minimum with men that are trying to get back at you women for something that their mothers have done to them, or they feel that their mothers have done to them. So whether it's they talk about their fathers in front of them, the narcissist mothers, or talk about the child's father, they might, condemn the child. You're going to be just like your dad, The same thing that the women would do to the daughters, exactly the same. So, and vice versa, is talk about the other parent in a bad way, which puts a memory here. But y'all forget when y'all do that the child loves the mother and the father. So the child is not distinguishing, like they're not trying to love one over the other. They want to love both of them equally because that's the way we're designed. But the way when you turn them against each other, turn the parents against each other, and you make the child choose, that's where that animosity, that hostility comes. And then they will take that onto their relationships in the past, or in the future. But now topple that with getting fear of rejection, getting turned down, not being able to get a date, right? Or not having children or whatever, right? Topple all that with that. And you'll see why some people are twisted out there. They never grew up. Because of that hostility, that hardening of that heart, and not being open to love and receptive to love. They couldn't have grown up to even receive any love, any really fulfilling relationships at all, unless an empath come along. And I feel like that's the reason for the empath, because those type of men and women that have been in that role where they caught a lot of pain and they're shut down, it takes an empath to even want to put up with half of them, because you're gonna be sidetracked. For one thing, so far you're gonna be so sidetracked that you're not even gonna realize it's a narcissist unless you've already got the experience now. But first coming out of the gate, you're not gonna have that experience that that's a narcissist, right? So that could be where it comes from too for some of you guys. So they will be bitter against women even in dating. It will be this secret, thing to get back at women, or the women to get back at men. So flip it how y'all need to flip it. It goes both ways. But I didn't want to put both of them up there in the title because it just didn't look right. All right. So be very, very strategic in your approach in how you assess your relationships when y'all getting out there dating. Be very, 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 very strategic when y'all do. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to any intuition, what your intuition is. Don't try to push it in the back of your head. Don't try to make it be something that it's not. Dream up something else. Take your intuition for what your intuition is telling you, or your gut instinct, because it's telling you that for a reason. So, but I was just getting out, and I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, I see why. And a lot of people, a lot of men and women will just egg on the situation to see how far they can push you and how far you're going to be pushed or allowed to be pushed, so they can see what they can get away with. We already know that. But again, they will call you out your names. They will disrespect you. They will belittle you. You can't do nothing right. You know, they will definitely stay out all night sometimes, do things to piss you off, so they can get an argument and leave at the same time, so they can be in the streets with their side chicks, all right, or whoever they think they want to be with, the buddies for the moment, all right. They could even have some addictions, so because that's their way of suppressing what the mother or the father did, or you know how their childhood was, how they were reared. So y'all be careful. Y'all find out about as much of these people as you can, because we in these social media streets, as I keep calling them, social media streets. Y'all got to be careful out there dating, all right? Don't play games with people. That's why I said don't play games with people, because y'all don't know how far people will go when they got that type of pain that they have not dealt with. And it's emotional, it's mental illness going out here, and it's rampant. The mental illness is at an all-time high crisis. So it is nothing to play with somebody. You know, if y'all not interested in people, leave them alone, because you don't know if that's a narcissist. They play nice. So they play nice and all smooth talking and everything else, but you never know. So y'all don't play with people's emotions. If y'all not interested, you're not interested. You can't make yourself be interested. Miss Kim, oh my gosh, I'm literally going through something like this. I swear my spirit told me to go to YouTube. I literally heard Kem Arts in my head, and this is what you're talking about. Whoa. And I don't know why I was just in the shower. I was like, Spirit, I'm tired. I'm trying to go to bed. You know, and I was like, oh my God. It just said, bloop. I said, oh Lord, I got to go get online, because if I go to sleep on this, it ain't going to come out the same, you know. So I just hopped. You see me, I'm just like sleepy, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, my eyes is burning. So that must have been for you. Your message, honey. Your message. Y'all gotta not rush into these dates and into these relationships without you knowing people for an ample amount of time. Y'all need to give yourself a time frame too, you know, to know somebody. What is your magical number? So you don't rush into something. Don't let anybody rush y'all into nothing. You know, take your time. You know, if the person wants you, they'll be there. If you want them, you'll be there. You know, but don't rush into nothing, right? You know, thank you. I literally needed this advice. Oh, thank you. So are you in the relationship already, or you just met this person? So if you just met this person and you already recognizing these signs, that's a clear indication that you need to find your way out the door. You see what I'm saying? And even still, you need to find your way out the door uh-oh, I'm playing with this thing and it made the thing come up. So even, you know, because the longer you stay, the worse it's going to get. The more dangerous it could get. So you need to make your way out the door if you haven't already. You know, so But I just like was, what, spirit? I'm sleepy. My eyes are burning. Sleep monster. Like, I want to go to sleep. It's been going on 8 years. He was your first relationship ever, and I just became aware of this. Been awful, and I'm trying to. Oh, see, they look for the young, the naive, the immature, because they can manipulate you easier and get away with things. And before you know what hits you, you've given them that many years, 8, 10, 12 years, 20 years before you wake up and realize, because you really wanted to work. And y'all don't want to stand the thought of not being with the person because you've gotten codependent on the person. So you're in a codependent issue right now. It could be financial, it could be emotional, it could be sexual. It's a codependent issue. And then you formed 8 years worth of a soul tie with the person too. And it depends on the level, the spiritual is the strongest. So the spiritual soul tie is the strongest. Okay? To break. So you gotta realize, when people say, oh, I can love without feeling, no, sometimes you're not, because it's a soul tie there that won't let you. So you can try to push it away. It keeps finding its way up to the surface because it wants you to deal with it and really get rid of it, if that's the case. Shut up. And dog getting on my nerves already. Oh, my eyes are burning. The sleep monster coming. Like, I just had to get that out because I know once I went to sleep on that, it was not going to be the same message. So I was like, oh, God, I got to get myself together. So, sister girl sleepy. But I got up because I was like, this is important. Spirit want me to, I just felt like it was. And I was like, I got to go make this real quick because I really felt like it was important. But boy, them eyes is burning. God, spirit. All right, I didn't want nothing too much in particular, but your life will be a living hell with this type of person, whether it's a female or whether it's a male. It will be a, you're welcome. You too. You have a great one. So I'm out of here, y'all, because I'm about to be like this in a minute. I'm going to be nodding in a minute. But I just wanted, I don't know, I just felt like, I was like, I got somewhere to be. Like that. And it was just like so clear. Like, I was like, what is this? It just dropped in my spirit. Right in the shower. It just dropped in my spirit. And I was like, oh, I got somewhere to be. And look, I'm looking around dark. It ain't got nowhere to be but in that bed. But, you know what I'm saying? But spirit works like that in strange ways. So may that have helped you bring some type of enlightenment. Think of your exit strategy and then execute it. That's all you can do, especially if it's abusive. Exit, 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 exit. Think of it and execute it. Okay. Yep, I'm out. Bye, y'all. Good night. Because I'm about to doze.